Okay, we're going to go through another, this one that fits with the slides. Just an example, if you've got an equation in standard form, let's go through the steps to figure out how you'd sketch this graph. Well, the first thing you look at is that number in front of x squared. That's 1. That's greater than 0. So the shape is concave up. It's positive. It's a happy parabola. The next step is to find the axis of symmetry. And all we do is we take b, which is minus 4. We take a as 1. And we go minus b over 2a. Well, the two negatives make a positive, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x equals 2 is the dotted line that goes right through. It's the axis of symmetry. And it's the x-coordinate of that turning point right there. We substitute that back into the original equation. 2, we put it in, we get minus 1. Now we've got the turning point. Now, you don't have to do that first. I think in Mr. Autry's thing, he always goes, let x equal 0 and get the y-intercept. So if you put 0 in for x, you get 0 times 0 minus 4 times, that's nothing, plus 3. So 0 and 3 is the y-intercept. Well, you know where it turns, you know the axis of symmetry, you know the y-intercept. If you knew the x-intercepts, you could just graph all these things. You'd have the whole thing sketched completely. And what do you do to get the x-intercepts? You let y equal 0. Now, Mr. Autry's steps, he liked to do these things first, but there you go. It's just, you got to do it in order to find the x-intercepts. You let that equal 0, and then you go, oh, we kind of factor this. X minus 3 times minus 1 is positive 3. Minus 3x minus 1x is minus 4x. So 3 and 1 are the x-intercepts. We've got the y-intercept of 3, the x-intercepts. We've got the axis of symmetry. The way I would sketch it is I put in the axis of symmetry first at x equals 2. Then I graph 3 and 1, and I graph 3 there. I make a dotted line here. I graph the intercept at the turning point at 2 and minus 1. Label this as the axis of symmetry. You could even put x equals 2. That's the equation of the axis of symmetry. Just connect all those points in a nice way, and maybe it would be good. Something that's missing from the textbook, I guess, is to put a little f there, and also to put an x on the x-axis and a y on the y-axis. And then you'd be sure to have everything labeled properly. And there you go.